Hello, hello, everybody. Good vibes to one and all. Welcome to another Saturday hangout. Glad you could make it. A little bit frazzled here. Been running like a chicken with my head cut off. I got part two of the bioactive Jackson's Chameleon setup filmed today. Hey, Eric. Welcome, welcome. Had to go out to my LFS and get some more stuff, but I got it done, and I'll drop that video either tonight or tomorrow morning. So check that out if you would, please. It's coming along real good. I had to go out in this dang heat. Like a lot of the country, we've been in triple digits for about the last week and a half, which is kind of early for us. Usually that doesn't come till July and August, so got a bad feeling about this summer heat because I think it's 101 today, 105 yesterday, 108 the day before that. So I think we're supposed to get a temporary relief Monday, highs in the upper 70s and rain, so that'll be good for a day, but it'll be back in the 80s the rest of the week. And we have real high humidity here during the summer, so it's going to be rough next week after the rain if we get it. Yeah, but all I did was just go to the LFS to pick up some stuff for the Chameleon setup, and I have AC in my car, and it was still soaking wet when I got back. So I'm a hot mess. So let's see who we got in here so far. Maria Z was the first one. She's lurking, doing some water changes and playing Tetris fish, moving fish around. So got Terry's tropical tanks, uppers, Eric Furlow. So yeah, it's been a busy day already. Being out in that heat about wore me out, so I'm going to wait and do water changes tomorrow. Other than that, hope everybody's having a good Saturday. So this just open panel hangout. So if anybody would like to come up, the link's pinned to the top of chat. Big Tank Hank, welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can stop by. Anybody's welcome to come up. So how's everybody's Saturday going? Right before we get too far, is audio and video okay? Hey, Terry.
Hey, look at that. I'm multitasking.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man?
Hey, Terry.
Hey, look at that, I'm multitasking. Oh man, damn it, I'm sorry. Except I'm not very good at it. So what's going on, man? Hey, look at that. There, sorry about that.
No problem. Yeah, I've just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off today.
Yeah, I heard you saying.
I'm about beat. The rest of the day is just going to be relaxing.
I don't know how you guys do it with triple digit heat.
Yeah.
We get upset when it gets into the 90s.
Right. Yeah, it's a little early here, but nothing you can do about it, so the gripe.
Don't mind me, I'm just making sure I don't overfill a tank.
Yeah. I've overfilled the tank sitting in front of it watching it, so yeah. That takes skill. Let's see here. Yeah, bumpers is probably like here. Nobody wants to work right now, so everybody's short-handed.
I don't know if that's the case. I'm fairly certain a whole bunch of people want to get back to work.
Yeah. Probably half and half, so.
I start back Monday.
Do you? That's
yeah,
good.
I've been waiting and praying and hoping and
yeah.
You know, everybody talks about all this money, but you know, if you have a household that runs on more than what that federal government was giving you, then
right. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people hurting right now. Hey, Jenny Lynn. Welcome, welcome. Thank you.
one of these days I'll actually get rid of some of this hair algae.
Yeah, I've got one tank. I just keep fighting hair algae. So.
I don't know. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to just get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I do a water change in there, I pull some out. I got some mono shrimp in there, so it's not getting too far out of control. So how's everybody in chat's day going? Yeah, they do fish him on, but and welcome, sir. They will eat hair algae, but I have found not enough to get rid of it or keep it totally under control. So
It's pissing me off. No, I just put this up here temporarily just to get through this stream.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get rid of the glare.
Petroman, welcome, welcome.
stay. Don't use plank board as, yeah, don't use this crappy ass plank board for anything. Because moisture gets in it, and then it splits the seams.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to have to put up with the glare is what I think.
Have you thought about using some black cloth or something like that?
I did originally, and you could still see. These pieces down here, this is actually an honest to God 1x12.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't painted it yet.
Yeah.
That's an honest to God 1x12. All these down here. The only two planked ones are this one and this one because I tried to do it on the cheap. Mm-hmm. And then when I started noticing this one splitting, I just said, well, I won't use this anymore. It's cheaper, but it's junk. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Either that or that was just a bad board and the guy didn't glue it properly or something. I don't know. But
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, good thing I don't play basketball. Oh, Fishy Mom, what's going on, dude? You gonna go with Mr. Manifesto and go to that Keystone Clash or whatever? Oh, man. Okay. I don't go by percentage. I just go by PPM. Mm-hmm. And I was just taught the rule of anything below 40 is usually okay unless you have sensitive fish.
Right.
You want to try to stay below 40 parts per million. If you don't, it's not necessarily the end of the world, especially if, you know, your fish are kind of hardy. I definitely, absolutely want to try to stay below 80, though. That's absolute definite. Ideal world is below 40. Sensitive fish below 20. Saltwater tanks, almost none.
Yeah, that's what I've always read and heard too, is 40 or below. But I don't really test my water very often.
Anymore, I just use the TDS meter just simply because it's necessary or way simpler. And in my water, once I start seeing the 400 TDS, I know it's time for a water change. And if it goes to 600, it really needs a water change.
Yeah, I can't go by TDS too much because my water is 680 out of the tap. So.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's the standard everyday answer you're going to hear from everybody is below 40 parts per million. But that's a perfect world, and trust me, I've had things way higher than that.
Yeah.
And the fish have been fine.
Yeah, that's why I kind of laugh and chuckle whenever I hear somebody say discus are so hard to keep. But on the wild type, I will give them that, but these designer discus that are out now, that they're pretty easy. And
there's discus breeders out there now that are coming from hard water and they're doing just fine. And
right.
I got to clean the 2 6-foot-long tanks today, and I got one corner left of the fish room to straighten up, and then I'm done for the day. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Good, good. Yeah, I'm going to have to get another 90-gallon or get rid of some fish.
I heard Fishy Man's got a 90-gallon. that he wants to get rid of.
I've got.
It'll cost you 220 longs though.
I'm really fighting my 90 gallon right now. It's so overstocked that. Hey, Fishymon.
Oh, I knew he was gonna come up with that comment.
Yeah. I just talked to Mr. Manifesto this morning. He said next weekend we'll shoot for next weekend for him to take the 90. He said by then he should have primer and paint on the walls and stuff.
Yeah, I got to see last night how far along he was, and yeah, it looks like he's coming along. It looks really nice.
Yeah, he's chipping away at it. Yeah, if I'm still alive by September, I'll go with him. You never know what can happen between now and then. I could get hit by a bus.
Yeah, especially if the bus driver knows you.
You got that right.
Oh man. Sorry, dude, I couldn't resist.
So what are you up to today, Fishymon?
I just got done doing water change. Like I try to do about 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket on each 20 long.
Okay.
It gives me a little bit of exercise. Not much, but a little bit.
Man, where's Mr. Manifesto when you need him? Remember we were talking about all that green rock?
Yeah.
That green rock I got? Check this out. I got more of that stuff, man. If I can do this without knocking the camera all over the place.
That rock almost looks like if it has algae growing on it already.
I can't
I
see
guess
what the
that's because
camera.
it's green.
Look at that.
Oh, that's in some of them tents that you just put up?
Yeah, they're all cloudy because I just set them up and they're going through a little bacteria bloom. But
You got fish in them already?
just that one. That stupid fish jumped out of a tank that was up above. And he was covered in all kinds of sawdust and stuff. So I threw him in there just to, but yeah, he wound up just fine over it.
That's like I went to Petco last week.
Man, that rock is freaking green, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it makes it look like it got algae growing on it. It's cool.
Well, I'm using my crappy camera right now, but this one's got like all kinds of seams in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hard to see with the lighting. It's a crappy camera, but
Yeah.
I'm liking it, man. I'm gonna go get some more of that stuff. I just threw it in there so I could get rid of the box they were sitting in. They were sitting here in a box on the floor. I was like, man, I got to get rid of that box. So I just stuck the rocks in that tank.
Yeah, that's a good looking rock.
Except I'm still not 100% sure what in the heck it's called. It's just green rock from my local fish shop. That's what I call it.
That's the common name, green rock.
Yeah.
That's not the scientific name.
Yeah, it might be like green lace rock or something like that.
I have no idea, man. They don't even have anything. My hands are all wet from sticking my hand in the tank.
It'll be Greenius Genius.
Terrius Greenius Rockius.
Yeah, you just covered it. So they named it after you.
That's right.
Terry, you done streamed like twice already for the day, didn't you?
I think this is 3.
Oh, shit.
I've been down here all day. I mean, dude, it's looking good down here, though.
Yeah. It's like, hey, why not? You're down there working, so.
Yeah, I had to take a break. I had to take a smoke break.
Yeah. I want to go to the pet shop today, but and if I go, I'm gonna guess something. So trying my best not to.
I was really proud of myself last week. Last week I went in, looked around, and walked back out and didn't spend a dime. I was like, cool. That came close. But I talked myself out of it. I was proud of myself. I was like, damn, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Fishy Mom Petroman is asking, is that wisteria?
No, that's guppy grass and some kind of moss.
Okay.
Yeah, it grows all over the. I got like an aquarium co-op sponge filter there, and you can't even see the sponge filter. The moss is just covering it.
No, that's the way it should be, man, right?
Yeah.
Until you got to go clean the sponge filter. And then,
Right.
Well, that's the good thing about the aquarium co-op filters. They're so coarse, it doesn't get clogged. So like, and I got, other filters, so I'm just gonna leave it go, leave it go until like it's covered in moam. Then I'll take it out. I'll put a plastic bag or something underneath it and take it out.
That's what I had to do with this tank over here. So this one, man, it had so much mold on the substrate. I was like, Jesus, man, I got to do something with that today.
But I hear people say that moam is good. It's not.
I ain't saying the mold was hurting anything. It was god awful ugly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. We remove moam more for ourselves than for anything else. Because we can't stand to see it.
I mean, have you ever pulled up an under gravel filter plate? I mean, that whole bottom section ain't nothing but mold.
Exactly.
After it's been running for a while.
Yep.
That's right about the time it's seasoned.
Yeah, because then
Right.
it has all kinds of infusoria and stuff growing in it.
Right.
It has seed shrimp, all kinds of microscopic stuff. And some fish love to root through it to eat them things.
Right.
Like my coolie loaches don't ever come out of it. They're like pigs in mud. Every so often you just see them stick their head above it and their mouth's going like if they chewing on something.
Hey, how's your KH problem going on with that tank?
Still sitting at 0. And the pH still normal, not dropping any lower.
You need to do me a favor, will you? I actually did a little bit of research on this. And you got to get rid of that agronite and get actual crushed coral.
Actual crushed coral?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that.
The company itself says that it's not a significant source of calcium.
The aragonite?
Yeah. It'll help your GH a little bit, but it won't help your KH.
Well, yeah, that's it. It's not GH in the tank, but it's showing up as 0 KH.
I actually went because it confused me a little bit. I was like, man, it should be going up. So I actually went and did a little bit of research on that aragonite. And aragonite is not a significant source of calcium hardness.
Yeah.
Even though it's a really popular
I see Aquarium Co-op has a 1 pound bag of crushed coral they sell for like $5.
Yeah, but what's the shipping on it?
Well, their shipping is usually anything you get that can fit in their box that they ship, it'll ship for like $4.
Okay, well that ain't bad then.
Yeah, so I'll get some other stuff, and buy like maybe a couple of bags of that crushed coral and put some of that in some pantyhose and change it out.
Yeah, I think that's a better option for you, buddy.
Yeah. I don't really want to raise the pH as such, but I just want to prevent it from crashing,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
you're gonna have to find that balance, you know.
Yeah. I tell you what, one of the
I would still like to know though, the your whole conundrum that gets me is why is that the only tank that's doing it?
well, I noticed this tank started doing it too. The two new tanks that I set up still got KH, but this tank is starting to show 0 KH as well.
Okay. So then it's just an old tank syndrome kind of thing.
Yeah. So maybe I'll get some bags of that crushed coil and just put a little some in each tank or something, But those two tanks I set up with substrate. I put the sand that Mr. Manifesto gave me,
Uh-huh.
a substrate in those two tanks. So although I know it's like an inert or whatever they call it, so it probably ain't gonna do nothing for the KH, but these two that are having the problem are bare bottom.
Yeah, which is actually kind of interesting to me.
So I want to see how these run long term as they got the sand, if they keep a more constant KH or if they drop too.
I'd be willing to bet they're probably going to drop as well.
Yeah. I got some of those Ember Tetras, those tiny ones.
Sure.
And 3 I think it was Aqua Rasbora or some kind of stuff like that. I forget the name.
Some kind of Rasbora.
Yeah. And would you believe I got them out of that Petco?
Oh, no kidding.
Normally I don't buy fish from them, but they look so good in the tank. And I was like, well, you know what? I got nothing else in this tank right now. So I bought 5 of the Amber Tetras and they only had 3 of the Rasboras. So I bought them the 3.
Yeah, it's an empty tank. It's its own quarantine tank, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because eventually I'm going to put the green dragon plecos in there. So.
How many plecos you got now, man?
Oh shit! I got 6 leopard frogs, 6 king tigers, plus all the fry, and then I got like maybe 10 super reds and 4 green dragons. But the super reds and the green dragons are young ones still. They probably won't be breeding size until next year.
All right.
Nice.
Cool, man.
Hey, Patrick Hardy, welcome.
But I just the green dragons and the super reds, I just want to keep like a pair in each, because those things breed like rabbits. So I might get rid of a few of them when they start showing. When I find out which ones are males and which ones are females, because I don't want to have like crazy fry all over the place.
Why not, dude? It's money in the bank, man.
Oh yeah,
Plecos sell like hotcakes, man.
Especially the super reds and the green dragons, because they're not as common as the albino and the brown ones.
It sounds like you got a couple clubs right not that far away from you. You can always go to a local auction and, make some cash.
Yeah. Well, also, Swampy sells online, so he comes and he'll pay me for them. And I mean, you can't beat that. He'll come right down in my basement and catch them out of the tank and count every one as he's taking them.
Nice.
And pays me right there on the spot. You can't beat that.
Yeah, I need to find a female red for my big old males.
What, you got a super red male?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I know for certain if I got a male and a female with the super reds, I'm gonna get rid of the rest. So I might have a
Patrick.
female for you.
Patrick Hardy, you got to check out Pam. Punchy, what is it? Punchy Paints.
Yeah.
They do. She does a stream where there's 3 people that all do artwork while talking fish and miscellaneous other stuff.
And goofy stuff. And that's tonight.
And Pam. Oh, that's tonight.
Yeah. Saturday night.
So there you go, Patrick. Now you got another Fish Fam stream to go to. Go to Punchy Paints.
Ed's usually in that stream too. Ed and Shrimp Granny.
Yeah.
And Bob Kaler.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff freaking Priscilla does during the 1 hour, she'll draw a perfect freaking representation of a pleco in an hour.
Yeah, I got one of her
I don't know how she
originals.
does it.
I got one of her originals of a leopard frog pleco. I gotta frame it. Yepper.
Yeah, I think I've got 6 Priscilla's work and 4 or 5 of Pam's work.
Oh, no kidding.
Dan Dlee.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an artist too.
Oh, he is? I didn't know that.
That's the shrimp guy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, man. It's quite a few because even Corvus Oskin paints quite a bit too.
And Alex, Secret History.
Oh yeah, well,
He does.
Alex
He
also
does.
was Alex was also a tattoo artist too.
Yeah. All right, Patrick. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Kiki. Fishimon, Petroman asked, what state do you live in?
New Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah. That's why it's not too. I live close to the PA border, so
Is Jersey still a state?
yeah, barely.
I thought we got rid of that damn place.
It's called the garbage state. I live maybe like 15 minutes, 20 minutes from Mr. Manifesto. So I'll probably go meet him and we could carpool it to that Keystone Clash. Because it's probably like an hour away from him. So it's probably like an hour and 20 minutes from me.
Okay.
I heard a Rico Stan said he might be there. But
I think he's going to try real hard to be.
yeah, that's more like 3 hours for him.
Yeah.
And Patty said she might go. Yeah,
Now that would be a blast to meet Patty.
sounds like it's gonna be a fun time. and Mr. Manifesto's driving, so that means I can drink.
Oh man.
You think I'm stupid now? Wait until they see me drink. Mr. Manifesto might kick me out of his car. I might have to walk home.
You're gonna be freaking hitchhiking on the way home.
Patty will give me a ride back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always a nice time when you meet people that you only ever see on streams and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You meet them for the first time. I mean, you don't have to live with them, but you can meet them for a little while.
Right.
The first time I met LRB, it was like really cool at first. I'm like, dude, what's going on, man? And we kind of both knew each other. And then there was this, like, I don't know, 5 minute of awkwardness because I didn't know what to say to him, and he obviously didn't know what to say to me. And I was like,
Awkward silence.
I was
Yeah,
like,
Petro,
all right,
man,
I got other stuff I gotta go check out. And he's like, cool, man.
Petro man, I know where Tom's River is. Down close to the shore. Like, well, right down on the shore. Jersey Shore.
Hey, Andre, welcome. Looks like Jenny Lynn might try to go too.
How long of a drive is it for you, Jenny Lynn? It's probably like 3 hours for her too, wherever she's coming from.
God, I so gotta get that fish out of that tank. He's gonna murder everybody.
What, the Pellini?
No,
Or Bleaker-eye? What is it? The Bleaker-eye? Or
the Paralabidiochromis.
that.
He's already killed one fish in that tank, and he's probably gonna kill more. I mean, I'm just watching him just.
3 hours for Jenny Lynn.
And all the other fish got torn up, ripped up fins, and yeah, I gotta get him out of there. Maybe I should put him in with the Pellini and see what happens.
Rico.
Put him
brother,
in
welcome.
Like a
somebody
celebrity.
that'll keep him in line.
Well, it either that or it'll be a celebrity death match. The only thing is I'm afraid because I like the plants that are in with the Pellini, and he might eat them.
Oh, it's 5 hours for Rico's stand. That's
I gotta put him in timeout. That's it, dude. You're out of there.
that's a little drive.
Dude, I will crush you in a rock in a heartbeat, dude. You've already cost me way too much grief. You gotta go. I don't care if you're the coolest looking fish on the planet, dude. There, hang out in a 10-gallon tank and see how it feels.
By yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, time out. You can think about it.
Think long and hard about it.
Go stand in a corner, you stupid fish.
So Terry, most of your tanks run the same parameters, so that you can just drop a fish from one tank into the next.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
No heaters. They're all running the same water.
Yeah, that's why I'm not too anxious to just take the leopard frogs and plop them in this other tank, because
I mean, don't do. Look, I totally agree with you. I get it. Don't do what I do. That was an emergency situation.
yeah, no,
You know,
but
if you want to take the time to acclimate a fish by all means.
if your tanks run the same, it's okay. But with my TDS being all, not TDS, my KH being all crazy, I don't want to just take them from one
Right.
tank and put them in the other. What I'll do is I'll put them in that specimen container and do a drip acclimation for about a couple of hours or something. Because I paid way too much money for them leopard frogs.
I mean, if the GH is the same in both tanks, I don't think you have a problem. You know,
Yeah.
calcium hardness really doesn't really affect the fish. It's just the buffering capacity of the water.
All right.
But yeah, but all means, I mean, if you want to take the time to acclimate a fish.
What Petroman saying? If I ever want discus, let him know. Yeah. If I was keeping the 90-gallon, I would really consider discus, but I'm getting rid of the big tank. I don't want big tanks anymore. Too much I wet my armpits putting my hand down in that 90-gallon.
Petroman, it turns out I don't think I'm getting any because the guy hasn't emailed me back. And I'm not going to chase him down to sell me fish. You know, if you email a guy saying, hey, this is what I want, you know, let me know the price and shipping, and he never emails you back, I'm not going to chase the guy down going, here, take my money.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. You're paying him money. You ain't asking him for free fish or nothing. That's like I'm trying to get some snow white pleco. It's a bristle nose, but it's a new variant that they just recently developed. It's the snow white, no pigment at all, but it has black eyes. And I know a guy that he has YouTube and he's breeding them. I've seen his videos, and I messaged him on Facebook, and he told me give him some time. He got some young ones that he's raising up, and as soon as they're big enough to ship, he let me know. So I don't want to like keep bugging him every day, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, that cost me some guppies with a guy I know that there is another IFGA breeder near me, and we know each other. Sometimes IFGA breeders do not want to give their stuff to other IFGA breeders.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get beat in a show by their own line. So, anyways, I messaged the guy on Facebook because we're friends on Facebook. And it was, I don't know, maybe right before Thanksgiving. And he said, yeah, I told him I was interested. He had some blue Moscows that I really like. And, I said, hey, you got any? I'd be interested in a trio or two. And he goes, get back with me after the holidays. And I said, all right. Or no, he said, anyways, he said after the holidays, he goes, I'll have all kinds of stuff. And I said, all right. So I was waiting, kind of waiting to hear from him back, and I'm waiting. And finally, it was the middle of February, and I said, hey, man, you got any guppies you want to get rid of? Meaning I'd buy them, And he was like, man, you were supposed to get back with me in January. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And again, that's another example. I'm not going to, whatever. There's plenty of other places that'll take my money.
Yeah, you don't have no problem getting rid of your money.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, Malik does have some nice plecos. I follow him as well. And
was it last night he had his stream?
Yeah, he's been streaming a little bit more than normal lately. So yeah, I always try to catch his stream.
Yeah, it was either last night or
he breeds them hard to breed plecos and stuff.
yeah.
Plus he breeds dogs. His dog too.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, he has I don't know if it's a pit bull or a boxer or what it is.
There, that's what it looks like when a fish is in timeout.
Is he sulking?
Freaking little hate monger. Let's see if he comes up closer. I mean, he's a gorgeous fish. I love him to all get out, but man, you can only kill so many fish before I start getting angry.
Right.
That Blue Texas that I gave to Swampy, he killed maybe more than 5 of my other cichlids.
All right, I took the bully out of the tank, and now I got two more that are fighting in that same tank. This is why I got out of African cichlids, man. It's like, Jesus, can't you guys just get along just a little bit?
No.
All right, Terry, Mike, I gotta drop down.
All
Hey,
right.
dude, it was nice talking to you, man. Have a good
Thanks
one.
for having me up, Mike.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
we didn't even, you didn't even say you had a 90 gallon that Mike could get. It cost him 221 though, right? But he
I
better
would.
hurry. Got to do it before next week.
How much times can I trade it? The
I
same
would if you
tank.
were so far away.
Yeah. They got plenty of tanks all over the country.
That's right.
It don't make sense traveling halfway across the country to get a tank. Yeah, they got a lot of people getting into fin fishing. Then as fast as they get into it, they get out of it. So
Yeah.
there's always used tanks for sale somewhere.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is how fast people will give up on this hobby.
Yeah, you know,
They have a couple of bad experiences and boom, I'm out.
they come down one morning and all their fish is floating at the top of the surface, and they get fed up and sell their tank and all the equipment. But yeah, I can't tell you the amount of fish I killed in my day.
Oh, especially when I was younger.
Yeah.
I did a lot of experimenting when I was in junior high and high school. I experimented a lot.
Well, back when
too.
I started, that was the only way you had to do it because there wasn't any information or anything out. So
Sure.
Yeah, me too. I experimented with weed,
I knew you were going to say that.
rum. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
Man.
Bye.
see ya. Thanks. Hey, Ian, Atkins Nature Aquariums. Lori, Monster Fish Gal, welcome, welcome.
I'm not 100% sure this internet is the availability on information on the internet is as good as what you were talking about, Mike, what we went through, going to the library. Every book was written by a different person, and that different person had a different point of view. So you kind of got multiple points of view by reading all these different books.
Yeah, you got multiple points, but
whereas now there's an awful lot of the most common sites when you look up a fish are all copy and paste. They're all identical to each other. And you don't get to see that difference of opinion or that, you know, I don't know. It's just something I've noticed. There's an awful lot of copy and paste.
yeah, it's like you said, difference of opinions back in the day with books and magazines, but they weren't completely opposite like YouTube videos are
they'd
now.
be well within reason, you know,
Right.
especially when you get 2 or 3 guys saying approximately the same thing.
Right.
But they weren't complete copy and paste of each other.
They get frustrated anymore with YouTube because you watch one video and they say it's got to be this way, and you watch another video and it's completely opposite.
Right, exactly.
So who do you believe?
You know what? You can believe them both, and the guy that's sitting in the middle somewhere, he's probably right too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've tried to stay out of the whole trying to talk in terms of right or wrong. It's just
It's just
different methods of getting to the same place. I mean,
that's
you know,
like me.
there's more than one way to get to a destination.
Right. That's why I don't like to answer questions about fish that I haven't kept, because I'm not going to put out an opinion on something that I've never kept.
What do you mean YouTube kicked? Petraman says YouTube kicked me off Terry's stream twice already. Why is that?
Don't know.
Yeah, me either. Oh, Petraman, you might have been watching a stream that I deleted. I don't keep a lot of my live streams up.
Oh, you don't?
No, because they don't do anything for the channel.
Okay.
48 hours after a live stream, how many people watch it? How many people rewatch it?
Does it, if you delete the live stream, does it get rid of your watch hours?
No.
Okay.
I don't need them anyways. Well, I could have been, if you, Petraman, if you subscribe to me during this is one thing they will do. If somebody subscribes to you during a live stream and you delete that live stream, it will lose the subscriber.
Good.
But you still had your watch time while you were live. I mean, because it separates. You have your watch time for your live stream, and then you have where it goes into an honest to God like published video, and people rewatch it. That's when it starts doing your tracking, and nobody rewatches a 2-day, 3-day old live stream, especially if it's not about something. If it's got a catchy title and it's actually about something, and you're going to discuss a topic, then people will rewatch it. Or I mean, watch it afterwards if they didn't catch it live. But yeah, you've seen some of my streams. I mean, they're just stupid titles. They're just, hey, it's Saturday, I'm going live, man. Let's talk. Nobody's going to rewatch that. So it's just pure therapy on my part that I can talk with the fish fam and have something to do. But even without the live streams, I had my watch hours long before I ever made a live stream.
Oh, okay.
I'm just waiting on subscribers. I tell you what, the more subscribers you get, the slower they seem to come in. Until you get to that, once you hit that plateau and then YouTube certifies your channel, then they kind of promote you a little more.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere near being monetized or anything, but
I'm getting
every little bit of watch hours help if I ever do get there. So
I looked this morning before I went live, and I'm at 928. So I'm getting close.
Nice.
It's going to be a party. If YouTube does certify my channel, man, it's going to be a party. It's going to be a fun live stream, let me tell you. I might actually get something away on that one.
Nice.
Petraman, they were just trying to protect you, dude. Feel free to subscribe again, though.
Yeah, I didn't know about that on deleting live streams, because that live stream I had almost 3 hours and 100 people. By the end of it, I had to delete. I didn't get the watch time for it.
Oh, really? See, I don't, my edited content takes care of my watch hours, so I don't really follow it that close. So.
Good. But I'm growing pretty steadily. It's usually about the same many subscribers every 28 days. So.
No, that's good.
Nice and slow and steady. So.
Now, I honestly think you gain more you gain more and get. I mean, watch hours is one thing. Okay, I will give you that. Live streams give you a bunch of watch hours all at once.
Right.
But I honestly think subscriber growth and view counts and getting your name out there is having the edited content out there, having a video out there that's searchable, where somebody will type in, well, I want to look up tubifex worms.
Right.
Well, I have a video about tubifex worms. And that brings, and if they like what I have to say about it, or on the subject, then they subscribe. And I think I've gotten lazy because I realized how easy it is to just hit the go live button and say what you got to say. But I honestly think channel growth is better if you take your time and do the edited content and make it searchable content. Because you're going to get people outside of the fish fan. We all know each other. We get the same people in the same streams all the time.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody in the chat, but it's true. We all know each other. We all hang out together. We're all reasonably close to, being friendly. And we all just kind of keep rotating amongst each other. Whereas if you put out an edited piece of content that's searchable, you're going to get people outside that circle, and your exposure gets out there. Just saying.
Right. Yeah, Rico, you're killing it on guests you've been having.
That's just because he's a super awesome, nice guy. And he's taken the time to seek these people out and ask them too.
Right.
I'm too lazy to do something like that. I ain't got the time to be asking people if they want to come on a live stream. Who's got that kind of time?
Right. Yeah, my live streams probably will never be of that caliber. I like these, just hang out and chill.
I like it. I use it as therapy, man. I get to hang out and
Yeah.
talk with you guys. I don't get a chance to talk with other fellow fish keepers a whole lot, so it's kind of nice when I get to. It's my favorite freaking hobby, so
Right.
it's kind of nice to be able to talk about it from time to time.
Yeah, that's when I changed my channel to reptiles and fish. Everybody said, oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But I'm a small enough channel that my reptile videos do just as good, if not better, than my fish videos. So
There's tons of fish tubers that talk about their reptiles. And it's actually pretty common.
yeah.
There's tons and tons of guys that do both.
And I know Bob Kaler said that he just changed his channel to aquatics and reptiles, and he said it killed his channel, but he was a pretty good sized channel though.
I don't think we're going to have, and I think that's one of the reasons Joey's not happy with the way things are going, is because there's so many, YouTube has gotten so popular, and the ease of putting video out there has gotten so much easier, that there's so much more content out there that it's really, really hard to get a large part of the market share.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think we're ever going to see too many fish type tubers or animal type tubers that are ever going to get as big as like Aquarium Co-op or DIY or, any of those places anymore. If you got in the early days of YouTube, yeah,
Yeah.
you had a shot. But I think now, I don't know if that's ever going to happen unless you're doing something really different and really special.
Fishy Boss says he has a video out folding his laundry.
I believe it. The thing is it's probably dirty too.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Somebody else come up. I'm running out of things to say.
I'm not worried about being monetized or any of that. I'm just having fun and sharing videos of what I enjoy doing. I do have one video where I unboxed and set up a 50-gallon C-Clear acrylic tank. It's got almost 800 some views, so yeah, people, the link is posted at the top of chat. If anybody wants to come up, please feel free to.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Ian, you're behind all the heat.
No, the only reason I want to be monetized and certified and all that is I want Patty to send me a super chat. When Patty sends me a super chat, I'm going to screenshot it and keep it forever. I've met Tim. Petroman saying that he bought some Moscows from Tim Mount. I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but I've met Tim, and yeah, one heck of a great guppy breeder. Is he still alive? I wonder. I met him years and years and years ago. Great dude, had great fish. I really need to rejoin the IFGA. You know, but since I am looking for some quality guppies, I really should rejoin the club. I haven't been a member in ages. In fact, I got kicked off their freaking Facebook page. I really did. I got angry. The last guppy show I attended, I'm coming as just a guy on the last day of a guppy show. That's when they have the auction. So I'm just going to look to see if I can buy some fish, right? And there was a bad snowstorm, and I did get the time wrong. My bad. I missed the time by an hour, and that was my mistake. But then there was a snowstorm. I left early because my whole plan was to come early and film all the show fish, because that's the last day. If you get there early enough, that it's open to the public and you can see all the fish before they start tearing down the tanks. So I left plenty early, but thanks to the weather and me getting the time wrong, I was already an hour behind.
Yeah.
By the time I got there, the auction started 5 minutes before I got there, and they wouldn't let me have a bidder card.
Yo, S, welcome.
And I'm like, why can't somebody can come in halfway through the auction and still be able to bid on stuff? I mean, I get it if you're selling stuff and you're late, that's one thing. But if you're
Right.
bidding on stuff, what? You know, my money's not good now because I was late by 5 minutes? And it turns out that 99.9999% of every person in the IFGA agreed with me, and that was wrong. They should have just taken my information and given me a bidder number so I could bid on things, because they want money, right?
Right.
That's another bidder. That's a chance for them to make more money. Except the direct, I don't know if he's still the president or not, but the president at the time was one of those old school guys that the IFGA is an exclusive club, and you know, it's like a country club, and that's kind of what killed him, was that attitude.
Right.
Instead of being kind of all inclusive and putting themselves out there and getting new blood and new people into the hobby, they kind of just had this elitist attitude. And the president said, well, if you can't show up to an auction on time, you don't deserve a bidder number. And I was like, you know what, dude, I am very capable of unleashing terrible things on people. And I unleashed a tirade on that dude, and yeah, they kicked me off their Facebook page.
Yeah, that's one of the main reason why I haven't joined any clubs is too many of them are still run by the old timers that have no interest in
Catching
up to the times.
The IFGA and a lot of not all the clubs, because first of all, the IFGA is an international, but it's got all these satellite clubs. And a lot of these satellite clubs were really, really good about getting new people in and you know, recruiting members and the whole thing. But the whole international organization of the IFGA were still all old school guys, and they considered it, you know, oh, you're the elite if you join our club, and you know,
Yeah.
they treated it like a country club, and they made it hard for people to, you know, become members, and it hurt them. Overall, it hurt them, and that's why you see so many imports now, and the World Guppy Association is kind of got more people in it now than the IFGA did,
Right.
or does now, because the IFGA is supposed to be international. It's not supposed to be just the United States. It's supposed to be all countries. But they had that attitude that, you know, well, your guppies aren't good enough, so you can't join.
Right. Hey, Brian, Zeppelin Creek Aquatics. Welcome, sir.
So a bunch of people kind of got fed up, and they started the WGA, and it's gotten really super popular.
Yeah, I just know a lot of these local fish clubs could have done a lot better over the last year, but with no interest in modern technology, have Zoom meetings and stuff like that. So,
Well, it depends on. See, here's the thing. Everybody wants that local club, you know, but it's a surprisingly few people that are willing to put in the work for it.
right.
You know, so you got to have that person that is IT savvy and willing to put in the time to put together a Zoom meeting, or, you know, take the time to make that YouTube live stream that shows a guest speaker or stuff like that. And if you're a smaller club, you may not have a guy that's like that, you know. And it may not be because you don't have people willing to do the effort. You just don't have a guy that's got that particular skill set.
All right.
And I got to admit, I'm only saying that by experience. You know, I've been back in the day when I was a member of quite a few clubs, you know, I was always asked to, you know, do this, do that. But if it took any effort on my part, I was like, I got stuff to do, man.
Well, all right, people. We've been going over an hour. I'm going to shut this down and go get something to eat. Probably see everybody in some of the other streams tonight. Terry, I appreciate you coming up, as always.
Oh, no problem. Hey, man, everybody in chat, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us.
Yep.
It's always cool. I got 2 more tanks to clean, and then I'm done for the day.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, I'm going to do mine tomorrow.
Tomorrow I got to clean my den.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate everybody coming today. Lurkers, chatters, mods. Terry, Fishing Mod, for coming up. We'll see y'all next week. Everybody have a good night. We'll catch you on the next one. Like I said at the beginning, I should have part 2 of the Bioactive Jackson's Chameleon video out tonight or in the morning. So I invite you to take a look at that if you would. And everybody have a great day. No problem, ass. Take care.